So the magic of the right arm. What can we do with our trail arm to start instantly hitting golf shots better, right? Why is golf so confounding and hard, and we get our swing, we lose our swing, good round, good shot, bad shot. There's so much to be learned and done with this trail arm if we do it correctly. Like, to give you a for instance, would it be hard to take a ball and throw it? Pretty simple, right? How about a little frisbee disc and throwing it? It's not bad either, right? How about this one? I do this one with my dog all the time. It's called a chuck it, right? We've got a little ball here in the end, and we're playing a nice game of fetch. So you can see that with all these different activities, it's very simple and easy to use our trail arm in a very consistent, repeatable pattern. And what they all have in common is this elbow is leading the hand, which is leading the end of this lever. So elbow first, throw the ball, throw the frisbee, throw the ball for the dog with the chuck it. If we can get you to use this trail arm correctly, it just gets a little more complicated, right? If you've got two hands on it and you're trying to throw the ball, we're trying to throw a frisbee, everything gets a little bit more muddied because we have two hands on the golf club at all time, okay? But what if we just take one off for a little bit and start to swing and hit balls like that? What actually starts to happen is that something that can help our golf swing, right? Take a look here. I've got some footage here. Tiger Woods hitting balls, trail arm only. How about Rory McIlroy? He's actually at the Masters doing it. How about Justin Rose? Also at Augusta National, hitting balls trail arm only, right? Hideki Matsuyama. Adam Scott. Everybody loves Adam Scott's swing, right? Who doesn't want to swing like him? Trail arm only. Gary Woodland. Charlie Hoffman. All hitting balls with just their trail arm, okay? So if you see so many great players, so many great ball strikers hitting balls with their trail arm, what are they doing and what are they reinforcing to make them do that even during a tournament week? Not just in the privacy of their own private driving range, right? They're actually doing this with millions of eyeballs watching them because they feel like there's something here that they're gaining, something that they're gleaning from this movement that's so important to them striking the ball well, okay? And I've been doing this with my students for quite a while now. I almost feel like I have more success if I take a beginner and I have him start with just his trail arm only, just making swings like this, and then actually starting to hit small golf shots. I see beginners learning better, getting quicker, right, results than when I put two hands on the club and now we start to try to figure out, well, what is my left arm doing in relation to my right arm? How's my body moving? How do I go through the ball here? It's like, no, just, it feels like you're just tossing the club down the fairway, right? Just like all those other activities that we showed you earlier. So using that trail arm can really help you in a very quick, simple fashion. I've also had a lot of success with my students that are just at wit's end. They've tried to change their golf swing. They can't get rid of certain habits that have just really plagued them for many years. And as soon as I take and I put just this arm on the club, all the manipulation that happens from them using two hands, right? We can really leverage and wrench this club in so many different ways because we've got all this leverage from two hands. We can start to not do that anymore and actually let the club just swing naturally. And it tends to really seek and find its correct plane. And like we talked about earlier, it's much easier to lead with this elbow coming in, maintain some lag, and then release the club right on down the line and through. So if you're interested too, I have a great teaching. I call it the Simple Swing Solution, where I really kind of go into exactly what you want to do from step 1 to step 2 to step 3 on how to get your trail arm to really reshape and remake your golf swing and therefore your golf game, okay, in a very simple fashion. I like to call it just very organic learning, very natural learning. It's not very technical. We're never really stopping in positions and trying to check and, A, B, C, and we're not doing things like that. It's very natural learning, okay? But just to take you through some of those feelings to start, what I have some of my students do is just from your normal setup position, just take your lead hand off the club, and then I like to get into a slight staggered stance. All that means is I'm just bringing my left foot behind my right slightly. I feel like that's a little more simple way because we're not going to hit the ball very far. If you notice all the videos of the pros that I was showing you there, they're not really hitting the ball that far. They're just getting a feel for exactly what they need. Maybe it's the trail arm in the backswing and how it folds. You notice the Justin Rose video. He's got his arm in a certain position there, trying to get maybe a feel for the backswing, for his elbow staying in, right? You'll notice some of them, they're kind of emphasizing this feeling of really staying under and through as they're coming through to their finish. Hideki's doing that a lot to make sure that he's not popping up, early extending with the right arm, kind of overreaching at impact and kind of running out of right arm. He's down and through like this with his right arm still slightly bent. So there'll be certain sensations that you'll start to feel that, wow, that makes my golf swing feel so much better. And you notice these shots I'm hitting, they're not going very far. That ball carried 42 yards. So I'm not hitting the ball far. I'm just trying to let my body learn the correct positions of the club. Okay? And you'll find, right, as you start to go through them, this really fits me. This really suits me. This feeling in my backswing, this feeling of the elbow leading coming down, this feeling of the club extending through the shot. Whatever really tends to make your swing feel its best, right? From this view, here I am in my normal, going into a slight staggered stance. And then that's about as far as I'm going back and as far as I'm going through, okay? So if you're digging some of this trail arm information and you want to see what Rory and Tiger and all these guys are doing and why they're doing it, I've got this great program, the Simple Swing Solution. There's a link below. You can click on it, take a look at it, see if it's for you. It's been helping hundreds of golfers, both just some that are just getting started in the game, just learn very naturally, but it's also helping those that have been playing for years that just can't get unstuck in their golf problem. So it's really helping them just have a nice, simple reset on just making a pure golf motion. It also has this practice with a pro section that people have really been loving. It's basically you and I just practicing hitting balls together, progressing from small trail hand only swings into bigger swings and into full long driver shots, and just kind of us walking through each step together. It's called Practice with a Pro. It only takes about 30 minutes in your practice session. Also, we're putting out YouTube videos every week, so hit the subscribe button so you get notifications. That really helps boost the channel. Any comments, any questions you guys have about some of what we talked about, give me anything, both positive or negative. I don't care, I'll comment back. And you know, if you have any more questions or concerns about this trail arm, I've got a great video here that explores it even more so. Check that out. But other than that, go check out this Simple Swing Solution, see if the trail arm doesn't kind of unlock some of golf's mysteries. I'll see you next week. Have a great one.